So I don't want to make the mistake that I used to make when I record and you guys cannot see anything. So I hope you can see this screen. So let me go back to it. So assuming this one is actually with 1 of a change and this one is 2. So this is 161.8. Price should break below 96,120. So these are ways of quickly knowing that price is going to make more down movement. So which means that in that case, this might just be a wave 3 coming down, of a bigger trend change, which is not looking like that now. So we can't say this is wave A. So if this was one is wave A, if this one has gone up like with A, unlike we said this is 5-1, and this is A and a B, and that a C will terminate around here. So if it's on the other way around and we're going to have a trend change, it means that this is actually the first wave. The wave that had gone up would now be an A. And we know that this wave that had gone up is a 3-wave correction. So, and it means that this has to correct down like a 3-wave to give us a 335. So we can't have a 355. So it can only be a 335. So, but which means that this one that is a 5-wave is actually the first wave of a trend of change. And this is A. So this one has to correct in a 3-wave down. And we now have the last wave to correct up like a C wave. And a C wave in that case might break the top. And after breaking the top, then the price will come down. If it should come down, then it's going to break this level. And that's the only way. So once that leg, so that's where it's actually, funny, because anyhow you're going to look at it, this wave, if it's not a C and it's a B of a trend change, will be a deciding factor. When we expect a change of guard here to begin to buy, it might actually go a bit lower. If it's going to be a B, it might just go a bit lower than what we are seeing. Putting this one as an A, and the one that is coming down as a B and a C, they might just rise and fall and break this point. But for now, with the way this one had gone up as a 5-way structure, and this one looks like a 5-1 and an A, B, C. But the level to break for a trend of change is this to tell us that something has changed, and we are going to be looking at that. But for now, let's first deal with this 98,500 level. So if I were you and I want to probably buy, I might put it at 98,650 because of spread. We do analysis, and those people also, they don't like us by the way they do their spread. So 98,650 might be ideal for you to, get out of, to get in and wait for the price not to go beyond here. So how many pips would that be? That would be about 60 pips. So, that's the way we look at it, about the 60 pips. And you might be put it a bit below here, and which this is where you don't even expect price to compromise at all. So the price action here also might tell you, save your pip. The price action at this point might say, save your pip. Once you see it, you can save this pip. But again, it might even end in an engulfing candle here. But the next candle, you're going to see the way it is. If a 1-hour candle closes below here completely, then price is going to go further down. That is how to actually interpret this thing. So it's difficult watching your move every 1 hour, But this trend is really, we are getting to the end of this whole wave, but we're still going to see more upside. And seeing that more upside may mean that we might be looking at close to 1,000 pips once we have a change here. We might be close to 1,000 pips or thereabout again before we change the whole direction. I don't know if all that I've said makes sense to you. I don't know if it makes sense to you, but that is what you see. And that is what all EMPRs are doing. So even if you look at this structure also, there's no structure here. If this is a weekly candle formation, there's nothing here on the weekly that is telling me that we want to change the trend. So everything looks like what do you call it now? It looks so much like a correction so far. I'm not seeing a price action for a change of trend. This closing like this may mean that, okay, we're going to see more up movement, and this looks like a correction. So if you look at it on the daily time frame, you may see that, okay, maybe the price is going down, and this one, it still looks like a correction. So we'll continue to watch. Let's take this first, but you don't want to sell from here. You don't want to sell from here. You don't want to buy from here. This is not a place to buy. This is a place to look for a buy and take that minimum risk in case it's going to break lower than here. Of course, definitely you don't expect it to even break lower than this. Once it breaks lower than this level, then you know that something had changed. So if you look at euro yen, is where you can still want to trade for now. Euro yen is the place you want to trade for now. Let me quickly switch to that. Euro yen is where you want to trade for now. Let me quickly give you that. I think I'm on the daily. Yes, I'm on the daily. Euro yen is where you want to trade for now. Euro yen is where you want to trade for now. So every one of them, they are doing pretty much the same thing. Where 3 had ended here, 3.5 had ended here, and this is 5.1. So euro yen is what you may want to attempt to trade for now, to the downside. Okay, so if we say on the euro yen, all of them, they are giving us like a zigzag formation. Now, on the euro yen, I think the way I got to 5.1, it's pretty clear to all of you. Let me see if I can see something more on this one also to help you. This the euro yen, okay. Euro yen is a bit more funny, in its own. Yeah, it's a bit more funny. The way this had gone up, it's a bit more funny. Let's see euro yen. Euro yen has been funny really. So if you look at this one, let me do something. That's not what I'm trying to say. On euro yen, you can see after this move down here, the price has been making upper high. So price has been an uptrend after this move here. And the euro yen. So when the structure is not clear again, when the structure is not clear again, the only thing we can do to ourselves is that, okay, this thing has been making an upper high. So after this move, the price came down to find a support here, and price went on to break this support, to break the resistance here. It has broken it. So the least you expect the price to do is to do an up, 100% retracement of the old move. If this one is like if this one is like an A, and this one is like a B, so you expect this one at least to make a C, 100% retracement. So in that case, it is going to be an 100% retracement of this old move here, here, 100%. You expect this to happen. 100% will just mean like from here to this point, down to this point. So the 100% will now be this. So this is where I should expect at least a reversal for now, around 1.2. So that will be where that 100% should store. So price has not, at least price should do 100%. Price is not going to, return until at least it gets to this point, or any change in direction, or a bigger correction. So, but again, if we take this one as another change of move from here to this point, down here, we are looking at different possibilities, because this one, the way this one is doing its own correction is a bit different. So if this is a move here, so we have a move to this point, and this is another move, and we expect 100% change here, 100% change here. That one is going to look like more like here, like this, 100% move. And that 100% move from here will also look like, that's how to engage this. So we should expect a blue box in that zone. So we should expect between 142, 500 and 144, 400 for price to actually make a major, maybe a reversal, like this. So this will be the zone that we should expect that. Now, going inside of this, now to begin to count this way is another thing entirely. To see this one as wave 1 and all of that, to see a wave 2. Of course, this one can still be a wave 2 because the move. This one can still be a wave 2. Where is it now? And so this one can be from here to here, and this is a 50. So it can still be a wave 2 because it's a 50, and you can now begin to see this as the entire structure of wave 3. Maybe 3 has ended here, and sorry, 3 ended somewhere here to give us a 4. For this one being a 4th is another value that looks a bit different for me, because a 4th cannot give us this one looks more to this area, looks like a 4th. A 4th coming down here makes this one like another wave entirely. It makes this one another wave. That's why I had to do the one at the top there for you to see, because if you're going to see that, take this one as wave 4. Let me show you what I'm trying to say. And this one is wave 2 here, which can still go for wave 2. So if that is wave 2, where it starts from, and this is the end of wave 3 at this level here. So this is over 61.8. So this one has knocked out the possibility of this one being a wave 4, because wave 4 should not go beyond here. wave 4 shouldn't go beyond here. Wave 4 shouldn't go beyond here. So this is not like the kind of wave that you are thinking of. So the best way to deal with this, because you'll be lost in the middle, is to take this as another cycle of wave after this initial wave. So it's doing some funny correction. So, and the only thing you can do, okay, after this wave completes, that is where you can say, okay, you want to actually engage this one to sell, that is for a change of direction downward. So at the moment, we'll be taking this one as a new wave, a new wave. So that's how to look at this one, a new wave. So, and the best thing to do is like, what's the 100% extension of this one is here. What is if this is a new cycle? Because this is one wave up here, and this, you know, a support here for another wave. So we're going to look at 100 of these from here to here to extend here is up here. So anyhow you look at it, an extension of this wall or extension of this one here, extension of this one or extension of this one here will be here or here. So this is the level we expect this thing to get to reverse or to make a decent or a big pullback. But at the moment, the opportunity you can take from here is this. The opportunity you can take from here is this, because as far as we are concerned, this is a one as completed. So we can take the entire movement from here as a wave one. Sorry. This one can be yes. Yeah. Maybe one from here to this point. Yes, one from here to this point. So looking at this kind of a move, this one can actually be like a 3. Can be a 3, a 4. Yes, can be a 3 of a 4 of this complex move here. So you can see a 3 and of a 4 and of a 5-1 here. So we are seeing an ABC correction. So if I want to engage this and I've done an ABC correction for more upside, knowing where we're going to stop, price shouldn't go below this. And this is an A. This is an A. This is an A. So this is an A. So, and we are looking at a B, just like others. We're looking at a B just as others, and a C. So, like I told us, we are looking to buy CAD JPY. We allow it to still come down. We can't pick it in the middle. Euro yen has not done its big correction finally. It's going to be like a 3-wave. This one is going more clearly like a 3-wave, which is a wave 1, which is a wave 1 of it, a B of it, and a C to make complete of a B. A, B, C. That is a smaller A, smaller B, and a smaller C to make a complete 3-wave there. And where this one is going to get to in terms of correction from here, what should I use? Let me use purple here. This is A. So in terms of correction of that, for a B wave, why I'm taking that this one will not go beyond 85 is because this is a 5-wave structure. It's only a zigzag that gives a 5-wave structure in its first correction. All others will give 3 waves. So this is a 5-wave structure down here. By the time you look at the internal structure. So I'm telling myself that the best place I can buy or I can sell this will be at these levels. It has pierced 61 or is at 61 at the moment. It has pierced it a bit. So it has pierced that a bit. It shouldn't go beyond 85, which is here. It shouldn't go beyond 85, which is here. So if I want to do anything here, and this is 76.4, this is where I can, it will make a whole lot of sense for me to say I want to sell from here. You know, this most likely will pierce this place. And I want to sell from here down. You know, I can put a second leg here in case, you know, but you know what they usually use their spread to do, might not catch you. So the point here is just like just to risk about 50 pips. That's 46. So about 60 pips you can risk to get you drawn in, and this is on the daily, and that is what I can see. Now going more deeper, of course you can't put it at exactly your stop loss here. You might want to go at a bit or just a bit over 90, maybe around 139. Okay, I will see that on a lower time frame to see what you can actually do to sell. I'm just letting you see the way we do transaction here. So it's right on just a bit above it. Good. So it's where we want it to be now. So exactly here. So if I want to sell this, which I think you should, is to put it at around 138,700. There is 766 here, 138,700. Price may just break a bit above it. So, and this is 90 here. If I were you, I would just put my stop loss a bit above 90 because I wouldn't expect price to do that, because this one is like a 5-way structure, and I'm looking at zigzag in the making. So I might just put my stop loss at 139,600 because this is 139,480. I might just put at 139,600 to catch this move from here. That is on Yen Plus now. To catch this move from here. That is what I want to do. Now, in the middle here, these are things that they do that will be difficult for anybody to say you want to trade this. You know, is this B? This can actually end from here. Do you understand? Because this is 61.8. It can actually end from here and still make it a zigzag down. Because if it's going to be a zigzag, B can be 61, it can be 76, it can be 80 something, 85 points, whatever. We are just hoping that probably it's still going to climb a bit higher, you know, and it's been doing that. So not until we see a proper price action close on top of here, then you're likely going to get here. But I think it's still best to think that price will get here first. To get to 85, I don't know, but you know, here will be a place to sell. And when you want to sell, then you want to sell to break at least to get to 100, you know, where you sell from here to 100. Now, looking at this in itself, it's going to be a three structure, a three-way structure. Let's look at here and the low we have recorded here. I want to do something how I engage the lower time frame also to help me see where I can trust my leg. It's usually very difficult. From that point to this first point, now the first point, the highest point, down to the lowest point, the lowest point. Okay. So what kind of movement does it really make any sense? That kind of a correction, does it really make any sense? Let's see if it's making any sense to us. Is it 50? Yeah, this is not up to 50. So this is not up to 50. This is just above, slightly above 50, below 38, almost 40, 40 something, almost 48 or thereabouts, 0.48 or thereabouts. So it's not 50. So if this one has been 50, then what I will now do is that once I get like a 50 here, I can just now make a whole extension of this one, you know, to where it's going to go. That means what I will just do, if it's a 50 or 61, then I'll just look for equal leg from this point. I'll just look for equal leg. I'll just look for equal leg, which is this. It has given me a 50 or 61, and just put it here to know where this will be. So because can you see, because it's not, it has broken below beyond 85 and 90, so it cannot, this one cannot work for now. So they are not done correcting upwards. That's what I can see. If they had given me a 61 here or a 50 here, then I would have said it will, I can quickly tell you where it's going to be, but I don't think they are correcting. They are still going to move further up. That's what I can see from here on the 4 hour. But where do we exit this trade if in case we want to buy it from that level of one what is it, of 138,700? We want to buy it at 138,700. It may get to 139 200 or thereabouts. It may get there, but it may also begin to fall from here. That is what you should know, because this is 61. If it breaks above here, this is where you're going. But I can't see any price action yet to tell me they want to come down from here. I still see price action on a daily as if they're still going a bit further up. And so the cluster here is around area I want to say I want to sell maybe 650. Yeah, 138,650 will be ideal for you in case you don't want to miss that point. And so where are we going to exit the trade? Because it's a zigzag, it's when the price makes a U-turn. That is when you can now get where the price will go next. So it's difficult. So if this is leg A, we know the starting point of A and the end point of B of A. We know the beginning of B, we don't know the end of B. So assuming the end of B is stalled here, We know that one for CAD JPY. That was why I was able to give it. So assuming it's stalled here at 76 that we are proposing, then this is where you want to exit your trade here at 100 here, at 100 here. So it's still in progress. That is why I said it's just a trade that we can still take off, you know, to the downside. Not, you can't take CAD yen to the downside now because it's in the middle and you don't want to have your head chop off. So we are just proposing this one. And that is how it can change. When we change it, you should know why we are changing it. We are proposing that if it's going to get to that level, if it gets to this level here and ignite us, then we are going to exit at this level. So we need B to complete before we know where we're going to exit. We are just still telling ourselves it could be here or it could be here, but definitely not above here. This one has given us a 5-wave structure down here. So it will either start here, 1, 2, or 3. So in case we miss this one and begin to fall from here, the only thing we can do is not to pick it in the middle, because they can still do all rubbish and take it out and take you out and just steal your money. But if it begins to fall from here, we see the price action, we can only come and wait here and take our risk, and we will have a better risk reward because we know that it's going to now trust leg with 3 of these 5, 1, 5, 2, and 5, 3 upwards for us, and it's going to be much longer than this. But in anyhow, we don't want to miss with 3 of these entire move. Once it comes down, you can follow it up. But from here itself, if we come in, and we should see at least about 500 points. That's about 500 pips down, which you don't want to miss. And that's why I will be giving it immediately. The market also opens. 500 points is what you don't want to miss in case it happens from there. And if you're going to go up from here, of course, expect that it's going to be 800 or 1,000 pips to the upside. Of course, you don't want this level broken like I did teach you on the CAD yen. It's still the same thing. Now, looking at the chief yen, where is chief yen? Where is chief yen? So you can't possibly pick all of them. Where is chief yen? Now, chief yen is on C. Chief yen is on C. Chief yen is on C. Chief yen has gone beyond, you know, this changed now. You know, before I thought with 5 had ended, that has changed. You can see how quickly things can change. So you must know that this had changed now. It has changed. Looking at the structure we are seeing, this is now actually a 5-1, and we are on the 5-2, and that has changed now. We are on the 5-2 structure here, and this is where a 3-5 is. That's a 3-5 now. Yeah, a 3-5, and this is the beginning of that move here. That's the beginning of that move here. That's the beginning of that move here. So the more the structure becomes clear to us, the better, you know. So these are broken with 1 of 5, and this is 5 of 2, and this is a correction. So except this is broken, that you see, oh no, we're not moving anymore. So now in terms of trying to now find what this one is doing, because you can only catch this at C now. You can only catch this at C. You can only catch this at C. All of them are at different levels, so it depends on which one you want to catch. So, and good enough, if Chef, you know, peaks and begin to go up first, then you know that CAD yen will follow suit, then euro yen also will follow suit. And so because Chef is leading, is leading in his structure. I think Chef is leading in the structure. Card yen is still in the middle trying to come down, and euro yen it's more or less still trying to work a bit up. So it's more delayed. This one is more advanced. So now looking at this, let me see what it has done. Let me see what it has done. You can only wait to see of this. Let me see what this one has done. This is A. And we are seeing this one as a B. This one is giving us a clue. That's why you have to look at all of these things. It's giving us a clue. It's giving us a clue, really. It's giving us a clue. And the clue it's giving me is that you can see that this thing, it has breached this A here. The level A got to, it's been breached, which means that there's an intention for it to go. So it's going to fall lower, and this might just be a five-way structure to end C. Now, this one, the way it's going, may actually do 123 out of all of them. It may actually do 123 out of all of them. So we'll see how it's going to run. And it may not. Let's see. But also, this is a five-way structure the way it is. And is this a zigzag? Of course, we expect to be a zigzag. Where has it made a U-turn for that price? Where? They don't have to at the same level. They don't have to. So this one actually made a U-turn at 76.4, just a bit shy of it. Just a few pips shy of it. 135, 192, but it did 195, almost 100. So which is a bit shy. So which is still taking. And so where we should expect this thing to get to at 100 is the first place you want to consider, which is safe for anybody. For this one here, the end of A to the beginning of B. So this is where we expect price to fall. Price is at 100 here. We at 100. Wow. Am I correct? Yes. Price is really at 100 here. And it's 123 here. At 123 there. Price is almost 100 here, which one need to actually see. Let me see the internal structure of that. So we're going to pay attention to this, what the price is doing here. Very close attention to what the price is doing. So the way I see this come down, yeah, we're going to pay a close attention to what price is doing here. I'm going to play. So price may actually just breach it and still go back up. If that happens, that would have changed the structure completely now. If that should happen here, and we have a change of guide there, then something else is happening. So, but for now, this is a 5 structure, and we look at this. This one as a B is still making a whole lot of sense. But now we need to see this break low, and if that happens, that happens, that happens. Now we need to see this. We need to see this. If that happens, we need to see this. If that happens, we need to see this. And this is 100. Exactly here. 100 is exactly here. And 123 is exactly here. But then, what would it do to our structure here? What would it do to our structure here? We would take this one as 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. So let's see what it's going to do to our structure here, which is around this area. The structure, will it stand? Because you have to look at that also. Our structure of 85, our structure of 85, our structure of 85 to 1 is actually around this area. Oh God. That's our structure of 85 is around that area. So you see the way I'm engaging this. Where I'm trying to engage this one, if this is a correction, really, if it's a correction of with 151, the way we are looking at it, because that's what is the way it's appearing on all of the MPS now. If that is what it is, this may be letting out a secret, a cat out of the bag now. It may be letting out a cat out of the bag for us. That is this a zigzag we're expecting? Really, is it a zigzag? Because once this level is breached, because if this is going to be a zigzag, really, it's going to be a zigzag, really, then it should break and get to this point, and that will be a C before we see another red leg run upwards. If this is broken for me, if this one is broken for me, then it has invalidated this one as a wave 1. This one will not now be, it won't be a wave 1 anymore to me. It might just be the beginning of the move to the downside. So this level is crucial. So it's not a trade I want to do. I don't want to see this. I want to actually look this to validate others as, is this a possible 5-2? Is this a possible 5-2? If this thing should get to this level, and even break lower than it, then, which is possible, might just be that this is nothing but a change of guard, which now means that this should be an A, and what is coming down will be treated as C, as B, and what will go up will be treated as C, and for price to return. So either ways, I'm ready to see what is going to happen. So either ways, if the price bounce back, where it bounce back it's key for me here to know if it's C that I'm done with, or I'm going to form a C to run down. That is how to engage it. But I think this is good. It's a good because it's leading. It's good for us because it's leading. It's actually leading, and it's good for us. It's good for us. And all because we are not seeing the kind of reaction that we expect really on JXY. We're not seeing that reaction first on JXY. We're not seeing that reaction on JSY. We are not. At the moment, we are not. We are not. Another thing it can be is if this one is actually wave one from here. If the wave one, is from this level up